senior manager rolls a consultant off of his project and impacted his promotion trajectory. Years later, he regrets his leadership decision.
It was the first time in my consulting career that I had to remove a consultant off from my project. Jay was a senior consultant who was being considered for promotion. To help with his case, he was put onto my project as acting manager. I saw great potential in him. He seemed smart and dedicated. I considered mentoring and coaching him to help him become a top performer in just a few months. I was his senior manager. The project we were on was very tough. The client was not happy with the progress and asked to replace the previous manager, which is why leadership brought me in to turn things around. Everyone was nervous, with lots of leadership attention, a high pace, and unreasonable expectations. At the beginning, Jay was doing fine. While we worked to get the deliverables done and bring project status back to green, Jay was helping here and there, but nothing major. When we did get the project back on track, the client then proceeded to ask the team to document organizational process maps. It was out of scope, but considering the current fragile client relationship, I decided to agree to the additional assignment. Sometimes, it's important to know when to push back and when to not. I needed Jay to take up that deliverable and start working on it. What I didn't expect was for him to refuse the work. It turns out that Jay only likes to do work he is interested in doing. It was not something I was used to experiencing. Who actually thinks they have a choice on what assignment their manager gives them? I was very turned off by this unprofessional behavior, almost unapologetic. Because he didn't consider that, if he didn't take the lead on this, I would have to. I already had other work streams to overlook, and he knew that the relationship with the client was not the best at the time. We needed to win their trust back, and Jay decided to refuse a simple ask because he found it to be a waste of his skills and talent. He eventually started the work, but it was too late. My view of this guy changed significantly. I started to notice some mistakes I overlooked before. From the time Jay started the project to now, he was responsible for documenting meeting notes, but to date, I never got a copy of those notes. A lot of his Excel analysis had errors, and it was clear that he was rushing his work and not paying attention to detail. At first, I decided to give him feedback to improve, but again, he became defensive and seemed not motivated to change. In a matter of days, he became an underperforming consultant who couldn't do anything meaningful. One day, I came to the team room after a senior client meeting, and he was not speaking to me at all, giving me the silent treatment. I had had enough of it. I called a staffing manager and said that I needed to roll him off and find a new consultant. His behavior clearly upsetted me, and I did not believe he was ready for the next level. So, I provided negative feedback as to why he was being rolled off and replaced by another consultant on my project. This did impact his review, and he did not get promoted. Fast forward a few months, I was surprised during my next review cycle to learn that he had provided very negative feedback in my leadership feedback survey, to the extent that it became a serious problem for me. Among the other amazing feedback I got from other team members, I had this very bad one. Luckily, I was not up for promotion in that cycle, so it did not impact me. Eventually, Jay moved to a different office location, and we never kept in touch. Even though rolling Jay off the project is still something I feel was the right thing to do, I could have just spoken with him directly without leaving a negative review on his profile and burning a potential long-term professional relationship with Jay. Since then, I have rolled a few people off my projects, but having learned this lesson, I always try to do it nicely and maintain good relationships with the consultants I do roll off.
Thank you for watching. If you want more consulting stories like this, please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel.